it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. Slow ride. Who has never practiced the slow ride my way? You haven't, you haven't, you haven't, you haven't. Okay, good. Simply put, in this exercise, and only this exercise, I'm gonna ask you to do something I won't ask you to do any other time. Firstly, don't cover the rear brake, because we're not gonna be using it. No rear brake here. I don't have to say no front brake, that's a given. By the way, just in that first exercise alone, well over 100 push-ups, right? Well over 100 push-ups. You know who you are. Secondly, I told you to address the falling feeling as soon as you feel it, and it's a small movement. In this exercise, I don't want you to address it right away. Delay it a little bit. We all rode bicycles before, right? Can't you ride your bicycle and kind of go really slow and just kind of do this with the handlebars? Right? That's what I want you to do in this exercise before you give yourself power. So we're going to be starting this exercise with a 2-0. That's what you were giving me anyway, so that's perfect. 2-0. Well, actually, you were giving me a 2-0. Now, in this exercise, I'm going to be walking backwards next to you. Don't pass me. That's the goal. I'm not going to start right next to you. I'm going to give you like a little bit of a head start. That little bit of head start I'm giving you is for your 2-0. If you give me a 2-0, you're going to pass me because you don't have a brake to slow you down. We good? 2-0. And then work it out. Now, this is where I can judge your comfort on this bike going slowly. Because when I see somebody go 2-0 and then their handlebars go like this and they open the clutch, their comfort level is really low. When you get to the point where you could be like this, that's what I really want. Because once you're doing that, and then when you need clutch, I want you to give me a 1-0. Not a 1-0, 1-0. The purpose is, A, once again, I want you to feel some discomfort, right? But I want you to realize, hi, this is not a big deal. When you're doing this and you go, oh crap, I need power, 1-0. Whoa, that did it. So it's, oh crap, oh crap, oh. Oh crap, oh crap, oh. This is slowly getting you to trust clutch is the answer to this feeling you're feeling, not putting your feet out. That's not to say you still won't put your feet out. Like I said, we just got here, right? This is day one. But it's 10 push-ups if you do it. Okay, are we good? Now I'm gonna give you a quick example. I don't wanna come this way. I think this is a downhill. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna start 2-0. I'm gonna have my clutch in. I'm gonna keep saying out loud, no power, no power, no power. And when I need power, power, no power. It's amazing, the feeling that we hate the most is rectified just by doing that. Isn't that something? Just by doing that. All right. Friction brake, friction brake. All right, 2-0, and then no power. And I'm going up a hill, so I'm gonna need power quicker. No brake. 2-0, no power. No power. No power. Power. No power. No power. Power. No power. No power. No power. Power. Friction brake, clutch, 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 clutch. I don't like it. Keep in mind also, guys, when you're doing that friction brake and you're coming to a stop, the reason I like that is this is not cruise control. It's not like coasting where you can just hope everything works out. You're engaged the whole time, analyzing what you're feeling and what you need to do. If you still feel falling, you need more clutch. I don't care what you're doing on your bike, that's the answer. You feel falling, clutch. So here's what a lot of you guys were doing. This always, it amuses me. When you're taking off, you go like this. These bikes are 700-800 pounds. What's this doing? Nothing. It's just making you feel better. But what it should be telling you is, he asked me for a 2. I know, because he told me, if you give me a 2, you will not feel falling. If you're doing this, you're feeling falling. Your instinct is telling you foot. When really, if you watched Andy Well, if you didn't see him, you'll see him in the video. As he's doing his stops, on one of them, he opens up the clutch. He does not give me a 2. So his bars turn like this. Now, Andy 1.0 clearly would have put a foot down. Most people would. All he did was give it clutch. But he's at the level now where he's not going to over clutch it. He just clutched, rear brake at the same time. That way, everything looks smooth. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put all of these things together so it's a smooth, slow dance. Okay? But right now, I don't give a crap if it's like this. In fact, I want you to feel that because it's like callousing a cut. It's going to make it so, you know, this is not a big deal. Nothing that you're feeling is a big deal because you know you're in control because you're covering that rear brake and you have sufficient power. Okay? Any questions about any of that? All right, let's do it. Right there was a perfect example. This bike started to fall, no foot, clutch. It doesn't have a brake, so, but it doesn't matter. And this is what this does too. I'm gonna wind up way past him, so he's got a buffer. And I'll be waiting for him. See, waiting. Rear brake, smooth stop. There's the preload. Beautiful. Nah, that was beautiful, man, beautiful. Like I said, this is not a competition, but right now, Jorge from out in Maryland, George, nobody has gone that slow. That's crazy. $10, $20, $30. All right, reset. Give me a 2 from the start. That wasn't a 2. Keep it loaded, brother. Oh, he's just showing off now. You see that, guys? He didn't have his throttle loaded. His bike stalled. Just started it right back up. Never put a foot down. Rear brake, smooth stop. All right. Remember, that 3 always has to come either before or at the same time as 4. All right. And so he kind of does like I do. I don't keep my throttle loaded the whole time. I kind of try to time the throttle. I do a throttle blip with the 1-0. And if I don't time it properly, sometimes I can hear the bike go, 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 same thing. This guy actually has, he was here yesterday, he's got a CVO Street Glide, 25, same color as my, the Raven Fade, and he was like, I'm not gonna practice on that, and I said, why? He said, oh, you know, because, I was like, dude, whatever you ride, you practice on, otherwise you'll be second guessing doing something out there because you never practiced on it. All right, rear brake, smooth stop. Good job, man. I'll take it. That wasn't a 2, but he's all right. All right, reset. Give me a real 2-0. That wasn't a 2. And the reason I asked people to give me a 2 is because I want them to feel good from the start. Then after that, we can go through the struggle. I don't want you to feel a struggle right from the start because it's going to discourage you. I want you to feel, it's okay. And then work it out. See his handlebars? That's good. Nope, right there. Nope. Like an old man getting into a tub. That's all. Why did it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Turn the handlebars this way if you're going to do that. There we go. Why did it drop?
Not enough power.
Because of what? What were you lacking?
I had the throttle, not enough clutch.
There we go. No brake. Rear brake, smooth stop. Rear brake, smooth stop. All right, man, good job. Stacey's good at this. Stacey's actually good at all of this. There we go. See that? Nice. See right there, he gave himself a big 1-0, but because he's got this buffer, he's fine. All right, I'm looking at Keith. Army push-ups, 2 feet out from brake in the line. I'm looking at Diane right behind him. Beautiful stop. Rear brake, smooth stop. Beautiful. Beautifully done. You notice, guys, the people that know about it, when I say smooth stop, they go from doing all of this, coming from 0 to a preload, because now they're going to go into the friction zone and give me a friction brake stop. Good. And I already know Steve practices. He showed me the war wounds on his motorcycle to prove it. When I say on his motorcycle, it's where they should be. Engine guard, saddlebag guard, bottom of the floorboards. Nothing wrong with that at all. Rear brake, smooth stop. Good job, man. Whoa, 1-0, not 2-0. All right, so he's passing, but he's doing good now. It was that initial start, and we're gonna talk about that. His issue is the preload. Every time he opens the clutch, good, good. Smooth stop, rear brake, smooth stop, smooth stop. Good job. Get that foot up. I didn't get a chance to tell him smooth stop. 2, get that foot up. If you feel falling, it's because you're not giving me a 2. Good, keep it good. Nice, Diane. All right, rear brake, smooth stop. Yeah, see how you're still pulling the clutch in and letting it glide? Friction brake, friction brake. Good job, yeah, of course. And her stop still wasn't bad, right? But that's not what it's about. Because if it wasn't really bad, it just means the balance worked out. We don't want to leave it up to chance of what's going to happen. We want to make sure that whatever happens, we made it happen. Well, at least we tried. All right. You felt falling right there. Why?
I'll come off too fast.
Because you're not giving me a 2. It's not that you're coming off too fast. You're not giving it enough to begin with. You're giving me a 0.5. Okay. So as soon as you open the clutch, it's falling. 2, 0. Good. There we go. All right. See how when he did that, his handlebar stayed straight? 2. Now you're not leaving the 2 enough. You're going 2. That's enough 10. Pull it in. Good. Easy with that clutch. Easy. All right, listen. You're for a certain period of time, your clutch should be in. You're doing this. You do that, you're gonna have big problems. 2, 0. Remember, 0 is not to the grip. Right before 1, and when you need power, 1, 0. And just hold it. Work it out. 1, 0. Not this. 2, 0. This is battling the discomfort. That's what this is. Foot up, good. In. See that clutch in? In and out. And that's why he's passing me. It's not what we want. All right, smooth stop. All right, we'll talk about it. All of that is surrounded by discomfort. And like I said, that's when I'm going to be able to gauge that. How quickly are you asking for relief? And he's asking for relief every second almost, or every second and a half. It's too much, but we're going to work on that. Get that foot up. You're good, you're good. Start over, start over.
Nervous.
Yeah. Foot up. All right, stop.
I did the same thing as you were talking about.
Back it up, back it up. Which is what? What'd you do?
Bam.
Yeah, but why are you doing that? It's because I'm asking you to give me a 2.0, you're giving me a 0.75. That's the only reason you still feel falling. If you give me a 2 like I'm asking you to do, you're not gonna do that because the bike's gonna go like that. 2.0. 2.0. Good. Now work it out. Smooth stop, rear brake, smooth stop. Okay. And now the reason you passed me is because you're not doing 2.0. You're in the friction zone and then just pulling it in and going back in the friction zone when it should be the opposite. No power, no power, no power, power, no power. Okay? All right. Zero, zero, pull the clutch in. All right, rear brake, smooth stop. Front brake, that's another 10 push-ups. Good job, Sam.